We have Jay Harris popping into the studio, and I know he's a busy guy, literally. and I didn't realize until a phone call yesterday from, I don't know if you got the text, but from Mark Benson.
My dude.
So that is Jay Harris's dude. Mark Benson, the athletic director, called me yesterday, Zach, and said, well, he had heard that we were coming down. We promoted that Jay Harris would be on the show with us, and he quickly got to me and said, hey, that's my guy. He's an ODU guy.
That's right.
And so we have a little something in common there, and Mark has done a phenomenal job in a very short period of time at the University at Albany. And boy, one of Mark's strengths, Jay, is bringing in the dollars, man. He knows how to do that.
You cannot say no to him.
You cannot say no. Yeah, it was funny. I was at a football game in Richmond 2 years ago, and he had a guy that was a high wheeler from ODU that I think he may have got to spend money at the University at Albany.
I believe it.
And I'm like, no, wait a minute. He is from ODU. He's going to spend money at the University at Albany because he might. Yeah, he
if
might.
Mark says it's good, it's good.
Hey, good to say hello to you. This is our first little trip to the big show here.
Welcome.
Yeah,
they treating you okay?
Yeah,
everything's great.
Man.
Get food at the calf?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
But it's funny because like that's 10 people that have been here that I talked to. Like, oh, you're gonna love the calf. What is it? Is that like the place to see and be seen, or is it just the food so damn good?
The food is really good. It's priced right, and it is a place to be seen. It's a place to stand in line because so many people want to go be seen. And it's being redone again. I've been here. This is year 13. This may be 3 or 4 renovations of the calf. Expansion, renovation. So come back in the spring. All this construction should be done. It'll look really nice. The whole green with the I don't even know what they call it. It'll look really, really nice.
So 13 years for you now here.
Mm-hmm.
What's what is your typical?
I got pictures.
Lay out your day.
Oh, lay out my day now.
Yeah.
My day now. Okay. All right. My day starts on TV at 7 a.m. Sports Center AM. The alarm goes off at 3.
Yeah.
Try to get here by 4. Keyword try to get here by 4. Normally, Kevin Nagandi and I drive in or walk in close to each other. So we put on our Anchorman suits and ties and tie pins and everything and walk over to the screening area where we all sit together, the show unit. And we write what there is left to write. The talent producers, segment producers, main producer, overnight, two crews for that show, overnight crew and the morning crew, have laid out the rundown for the 3 hours. The researcher has done all the notes and the recaps, production assistants to put the highlights together. So we get all of that, and if there's anything left to write, lead-ins, tags, VOs, we do that, and then we just go over everything in the show before we go on the air. And at 7 o'clock, we just go and stay there until 10.
Well, see, I don't.
I forgot the makeup part. We get.
Oh, yeah, the makeup.
You got to
part,
get makeup.
Well,
Makeup's the best part of the day.
Everyone, I'm in the television end too. I work at the NBC affiliate in Albany. I've been there for 30 years, so I get the whole thing. But I don't get. I only get 2 minutes and 30 seconds to do the 6, so I don't need that many people helping me put the 2 minute and 30 second sportscast on the air.
Well, it's different for this show because we get in because it goes on so early. We can't. I mean, we're not here all night. When I did the 11 p.m., our meeting was, I think it's at 5 or 5:30. So you're here 6 hours ahead of time.
Yeah.
And then you have more of the writing burden. It's just 2 anchors as opposed to, how many do we have on the show? 5. And over the 3 hours. So it balances out. So, I mean, there's a lot of prep time. There's a lot of writing. And it's funny. I've done so many different sports centers here. When I would do the 6 p.m. show, we would come in, and our meeting was at 11:30, and we'd do all the things I just said, and writing and blah, 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 and get makeup. And between going from the newsroom to the studio, there'll be breaking news, and everything we'd written just is going out the window. Yeah, and we just have to ad-lib a show, which is when it gets to be fun when that happens. Fun and frustrating.
Jay Harris joining us on Big War Sports. Jay, what's the toughest part about your job that people don't see?
Probably sleep management. to be honest with you. The TV thing, that's not difficult. The TV thing is fun. And I think anyone you ask that will tell you that. Everything you see is fun. Even when it's not a great day, you're still having fun. It could be a lot worse. You're wearing makeup and a suit and cool socks, and you get to talk about sports. So, I mean, what's bad about that? Even if you didn't get a shot sheet or you mispronounced the name or you ran through a break or something happened, a tape dropped and the prompter moved, whatever happens, you're still talking about sports on TV. So it's still fun. So I would go sleep management.
And when you talk about today, I mean, pretty good day, right? You got the World Series Game 1 tonight. You got the NBA opening up tonight. You've got Cleveland and the New York Knicks ready to roll. I can't imagine what Cleveland's going to be like tonight.
Oh, Cleveland's going to be crazy.
Crazy tonight.
Cleveland's crazy already. I mean, it's the city of champions.
What is your thoughts on the World Series? What do you? I mean, I know we all talk about the Cubs 1908, but you got Cleveland 1948. So you have two cities starving for a World Series. What's your expectations here for this World Series?
My expectations are a 7-game slugfest, which is what I would like to see. I think that's fitting of these two cities and franchises that have been starved for World Series glory for so many years on either side. Coming into this, it was all talk of the Cubs in 108 years, but you could argue through the postseason they've only lost one game. The Cleveland Indians are the team of destiny. You could argue that convincingly. So I just want to see a good series, and I for selfish reasons, because of a couple of This Is SportsCenter promos that we shot, the Cubs win would be great.
Yeah.
But a Cleveland win would be just as good. So I really don't care.
I mean, I wanted a Red Sox Cubs, but that would have been incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But look, I think Cleveland with Francona, I mean, I know they would be the underdog. Right? I mean, Chicago's the best team.
Yeah.
Cleveland probably the underdog here. Chicago with a few more better players, but my partner here is going with Cleveland in 7. I took Chicago in 7.
Okay. What'd you bet?
No, nothing really.
Come on, now you got to put something on the game.
Well, we have something for our NFL picks during the week.
Oh, okay.
Jay, who's the most fun personality you've got to work with?
Oh man, currently or over the years? I still can't choose. Because everyone brings a little something different. I mean, back when I would work with Dan Patrick on the 6, just watching him interview people, the shows I got to do with Van Pelt or Levy or Butchergross, and I've only got to do one show with Stewart because I was always early evening, he was always late at night. But just watching him work in person, just learning from him. To the current crew that I work with in the morning, to the folks who aren't here anymore, Mike Hill, who's at FS1, we got so comfortable with each other, we would forget we were on television sometimes, which could be really dangerous. Is that my outside voice that just said that? Or was that my, okay, all right. But everyone here has been so cool. One of my first sports centers that I did with Bob Lee, and I was an outside the lines guy for years. I mean, I still have VHS tapes with Bob Lee's face on it. That's how much I watched Outside the Lines. And I'm sitting there, and I'm doing a sports center with Bob Lee, and I reach over and I kind of touch him. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I go, "You're Bob Lee." And he's like, "You really need to stop." And it was that kind of welcoming. And his first words of advice to me and it wasn't my first show, it was like, "Don't blank it up." And that's like a staple around here. You just don't mess it up. And we don't say mess. Yeah. Everyone's just real cool. So, and it's a long-winded answer to say everyone's been cool and everyone's been fun. I apologize for that, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
I can't lie. It's the truth.
I got one more question, quick. Who's got the foulest mouth off camera around here?
Oh, goodness. Foulest mouth off camera?
Off camera.
Off camera. Present company included, because I can go now. Wow. I don't know. Probably Barry Melrose on the golf course, maybe.
Barry Melrose. I believe that. Yeah. We just had Barry on a couple of weeks ago.
We just had Barry.
Oh, that's great. Jay, I really appreciate you coming by. And now, how well do you know Mark Benson from ODU?
Oh, I know him pretty well. I know he just had another child.
He did.
Why
That's
don't you
4.
leave that woman alone?
I know. That's 4 of them. I think
he's
he's
a whole football team.
I think he's done. I think he's done. He says he's done anyway.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. Well, you're not surprised he's doing a good job at you.
No, he's the guy. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised he got an ODU guy to give Albany money. I'm not surprised at any of that. Mark is the guy.
Well, we're going to ODU next year.
Yes, we are.
U Albany. Jack and I do play-by-play for football, basketball for U Albany, and the season opener next year is at ODU.
Sweet.
So we'll get back that way.
Nice.
It'll be a homecoming for Benson. I can only imagine what that weekend's going to be like.
I'm going to have to see if I can go to that game.
Jay, thanks for a few minutes.
Thanks, Jay.
No problem, guys.
Jay Harris, ESPN Sports Center.